Everyone has a story.
BBC Radio 1 Stories. Discover more.
In 2010, 5 young lads auditioned for X Factor as solo artists, failed to qualify, and were put together as a band called One Direction instead. They got down to the final 3 acts in the show. Things were looking good. Matt Cardle had just been put through. It was now between One Direction and Rebecca Ferguson. Surely the boys would take it. Look how lovely they are. Such great hair.
The second act, still in the final, is Rebecca.
Oh.
Zane, what's going to happen to One Direction now?
We're definitely going to stay together. This isn't the last of One Direction.
And Simon, these boys, I mean, I haven't seen any band come in since JLS has worked as hard.
Do you know, I'm absolutely gutted for them. But look, for everyone who's bothered to pick up the phone over the past few weeks, I really appreciate it. And all I can say is, this is just the beginning for these boys.
We are One Direction, and we want to say a massive thank you for having us. This is our first trip to do shows in the US, and you guys are low!
We've been waiting forever for them to come to America. Flip your hair gets me overwhelmed.
We've had Justin Bieber here, we've had the Jonas Brothers. It was crazy, but not this crazy.
Get used to that noise. There's going to be a lot of it in the next hour, because right now, One Direction are not just the hottest Brit band in America, but the hottest band in America, full stop. They can't look out of a window without risking a traffic accident below.
If they had seen them, they would just run across the road, traffic or not traffic.
They can't walk out of a building without hordes of screaming teenage girls stampeding to reach them.
There's a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, and a lot of crying.
Forget Bieber fever. This is One Direction infection.
Oh my gosh, Harry! Oh my gosh, I love it!
One Direction is absolute Beatles mania.
We don't know what we would do without them. We really don't. We don't. We love them so much.
And Radio 1 Stories has been on tour with the band to document 5 days of the absolute craziness. By the end of this programme, you will know exactly what life is like for the biggest boy band in the world today.
Oh, they're actually the best thing to ever come to America.
I'm Scott Mills, and this is the story of One Direction in America. Wherever you are in the world, let us know what you think of the show as it goes along. Tweet at BBCR1 and make sure you use the hashtag Radio One Direction. Wednesday, the 7th of March, 2012.
My name is Carolina, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
My name's Gigi, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
And my name's Kat, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
We are in Nashville. We're currently at the Sheraton Hotel where One Direction is staying, and all I see right now is madness.
Oh, we've been here for about 2 hours.
Yeah. It's going to be way worth it. I would wait here for 5 days. I would wait here for a month.
I would wait here day and night without any food forever.
If they kissed me,
I would faint.
Oh my God, you're putting the idea in my head.
Oh God.
I'd kiss them back. I would be satisfied for the rest of my life.
I'm Remy, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Liam is my favorite because I like his hair.
I kind of took a preference for Niall Horan. He's just so adorable, so cute, and I love his Irish accent.
From the beginning, it had to be Louis. He's like the more outgoing, the funny. He's the clown of the group.
My favorite member is Harry. It's the curls and the dimples, I think, that do it for me, if I'm being honest. And he has that very posh accent. I kind of like that, I'm not gonna lie.
That's what makes you beautiful.
And while that's going on outside, this is what's going on inside the Sheraton Hotel, Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm Harry. I'm sat in a hotel room at the moment, having my hair done, because I have a lot of hair. We're doing today a Nickelodeon bit of promo, so a little bit of makeup never hurt anyone. Tonight we're playing in Nashville, and I was speaking to someone in Durham yesterday, and they were just saying that Nashville's going to be amazing. They said that the like the people here are great, and the shows are like known for being quite crazy. So, and I think we're meeting some country singers. We're meeting Martina McBride and Faith Hill, who are coming to the show. They're going to bring their kids to like a meet and greet, so it should be fun.
I don't know. I've never even heard of Nashville before. What do you know about Nashville, Zane?
Nashville, I've heard it, but I can't remember in what context.
But well, I was reading on a magazine today. It's called the something of music, isn't it? Music City, USA. So I suppose I think of music.
I'm Niall Horan. I'm from One Direction. We're here on tour in Nashville, Tennessee, with Big Time Rush. We've seen a lot of different places, a lot of long drives, and still not sick of it, so we must be doing something right.
We wake up somewhere in the morning, and then we have like a couple of hotel rooms where we can go in and like shower and, you know, have an hour's sleep or whatever and get some breakfast. And then we pretty much get dressed, go to like a radio station, do some promo there, and then maybe do another bit of promo, like some interviews. And then we'll go to the venue where we're performing at night, maybe do another little bit of promo, and then get some food, and then do the show. And then we'll drive through the night, and then we'll wake up again in the morning somewhere else.
We love tour buses. Like, we would rather stay on the bus than stay in a hotel, and that's what we've been doing on this trip. We've been, we played video games all night, and I like to go on Skype to people at home, and I sit up and keep the driver awake because they drive long hours. They do a lot of wrestling on the bus. Louis is so messy. Like, he chips everywhere in his bed. Last night we went to some place called Steak and Shake, and then there was a wrestling match, and they ended up having a chip fight, and tomato everywhere and lettuce everywhere. So Louis is definitely the messiest. He always provokes rows that turn into big. You want to see the back lounge destroyed? Like, he might as well just like rub all his burger on the floor.
We need you to stay behind the rope. Anybody comes on this side of the rope, we'll just ask us to leave the hotel altogether, okay? So, guys, you will have to be on the other side of the rope.
Traveling in style. There's not a room.
There is, hold on.
There's not.
Oh, no, there's actually not.
I'll sit on the wheel arch. Hey, Paul, loads of room in here, bro. I can just take this off. You should sit, Jude.
We're currently in the car. We just came downstairs in the hotel, saw some of the fans, and now we're on the way to a radio station. But obviously it's not as good as Radio 1. Over and out. Look at that car! Look at that car randomly out of nowhere.
One Direction.
Car. We just spotted a car, and it says One Direction on it, and then there's a massive drawing of a penis.
You flip your hair gets me overwhelmed. The way you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to
This is Butter from 107.5 The River here in Nashville. And One Direction is here, and it's a madhouse. It's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like this. We've had Justin Bieber here. We've had the Jonas Brothers. It was crazy, but not this crazy.
Ladies, Jim and I would really like to welcome all the way from the UK. You ready? One Direction!
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hey. How are you guys doing? Yeah, good.
So, Nashville is a music city. We are the music city. Growing up in London, did you ever dream about coming to Nashville just to kind of see what it is here? Because there are a lot of bands that have come out of Nashville.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Do you know Kings of Leon?
Yep.
They're from here.
I love Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Savannah from Facebook wants you guys to do your best Southern accent. Kind of like how we talk.
Okay. Hi, Mom. We're at 107.5 The River.
You don't know you're beautiful. You don't know
275 over Nashville and worldwide. Give it up for One Direction!
When we were speaking to people like from management and all the people who kind of know the business and stuff, they're saying, oh, you're a support act, this sort of thing, you know, you shouldn't expect too much. It's going to be very different from what your own tour was. But like, when we got here and we did the first show, the fans were absolutely incredible, you know, they were really cool, shouting, singing the songs and stuff. And the one thing I remember was like, the guys saying, don't, like, because I usually shout like, sing to the crowd sort of thing, don't say that because they won't know the words. But like by the third song, you could see everyone was singing, so I was just like, okay, shout, sing. And then people were singing it back. And then like a few shows down the line, when we sang One Thing, I decided to like put my mic out to the audience, let them sing it. And I've never heard like an audience sing so loud, which for us is incredible. It's an album track and our album doesn't come out till like a few days from now and people already know all the songs, so it's amazing. It was like, I don't know, it's kind of one of those moments where you're just like, is this actually happening? Like I took both my in-ears out so I could hear everything, and I was really scared because I didn't know whether they were going to sing it back or not, so it was one of those moments where I was like really taking a big risk. But they sang it back and it was amazing. It was one of the best moments so far for me, really, I suppose.
A week before we started recording with One Direction, Zayn had to suddenly leave the tour to attend his aunt's funeral. The band carried on with their scheduled tour dates, but it was tough for all of them.
Yeah, it was a little bit strange, obviously, because, you know, we're a five-piece, so the guys had to kind of, you know, figure out how they're going to do stuff, you know, without me around and stuff. So I guess it was more strange for them than it was for me, because I wasn't really involved in it. It must have been weird for them, like, performing with, you know, one less person. Could imagine if any of the other boys were missing, it'd be weird.
It was really difficult, actually, when Zayn's away. It's the first time we've actually experienced the band member not being on stage there, so it's really random. But as Louis said, the weirdest thing was there wasn't actually a middle in the stage. So you had to work as a four and operate like and leave the middle open, so it's like really different. But as well, we had to learn his parts and sing them and whatnot. Obviously we knew the parts, but he's got such a different voice to the rest of us, and he's such a strong high voice that it was really difficult to pick. And most of all, the vibe was missing on stage completely. It's like a completely different vibe having four people on stage. It was like, yesterday I was saying to him that when he was on stage with us, I was smiling for no reason that, you know, he was on stage with us. Just have more of a laugh when there's five of us, and, you know, we only worked together, so I don't know, it's just straight away we just started having a laugh again, really, I suppose. It's just like, you know, seeing one of your best mates that you haven't seen for a while, so it's one of those sort of things that we just had a good laugh, went out on stage, had a good show. The boys were back together, so it was good.
It's now Wednesday evening, and the boys are getting ready to go on stage at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville.
Okay, so at the moment, we are just in the dressing room, having a little 10 minutes to chill out. I feel good. I'm quite tired, a little bit hungry. I've got a really bad ulcer in my mouth, but I'm alright, I'm good.
We're in Nashville and we love One Direction. We bought our own tickets because we babysit. Get the ticket money, and then our moms drove us here.
We did a whole bunch of babysitting jobs and we saved up because this is a big moment.
I'm excited about Louis doing his little thrust thing that he does.
I'm excited for the thrusts.
I don't know if I'll stay to see Big Time Rush. I'm just going for One Direction.
We are now walking to stage, and today unfortunately we didn't get a sound check, which is cool. So we're gonna have to have like a mini sound check right now. So in a bit, enjoy the show.
Just so you guys know, this is still so surreal for us. We cannot believe that we're here in America on tour. And to get this reception is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much to every single one of you.
The gig was absolutely fantastic. The biggest crowd we've played to so far over here, and yeah, they were absolutely incredible. There was loads of 1D banners and stuff out there. Really, really good crowd.
It was a lot of fun. One point, Liam put his mic out to the audience and he sang every single word back to him.
The crowd was amazing, really loud. There was a bit where like the lights kind of came up a bit and I could just see like loads of people jumping and stuff, so it was a good show.
I noticed there was one sign out there actually that had a picture of Zayn saying Zayn's back, and there was 3 different pictures and he looked absolutely hilarious in every one. You see the pictures? They were funny. There was a few rude banners out there tonight, yeah, and some bras thrown at us, so all is good.
Thank you so much, Nashville. You guys have been so incredible. Thank you.
We're finished the show now, so we're gonna leave the dressing room. I'm gonna go and watch the end of the Big Time Rush show. It's a good show that they put on. We're gonna watch the end of it, then we're gonna clean out our bus because it's in a bit of a state, as I said earlier on. And then we're up early. We've got an early flight to New York for the Big Time Rush premiere tomorrow. No pints because I'm underage. I can't drink pints.
Did you see the cheeky one?
I did see the cheeky one.
You're not gonna use it.
They were all in front of her car, so she couldn't get out.
Okay, so that's the end of a long, long day. Thank you for being with us in Nashville, and you'll hear from us in New York.
Hi, I'm Louis from One Direction, and this is our first road trip in America on BBC Radio 1.
Friday, the 9th of March, New York City.
So yesterday we went to watch the Big Time Rush movie premiere, Big Time movie, which was a lot of fun. Really early morning at 5 o'clock in the morning to be here in New York. Today we've come over to the biggest radio station in New York, Z100, to come and do an interview, meet some competition winners and sing a few songs for them. So yeah, really, really fun, great to be here. At the moment we're #1 request on this radio station, so fantastic, can't believe it.
So right now, guys, we're live at Z100.com. We have people from all over the world chatting with us right now. So we're going to have all these different questions.
I'm Mo Bounce from Z100. I do the night show 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. I think in the past, maybe when the British boy bands or British acts in general would come in and do what they're doing, I think maybe some of the music was beyond what Americans wanted. But I think people are craving what One Direction's doing, and it's like the perfect moment, the perfect time, and they struck a chord.
Who is your inspiration both musically and as individuals? Also, do you see yourselves making America your second home? I think that answers for you.
You can live in my house if you want.
Justin Bieber, when he first came here, it was unbelievable, and we had thousands of people without any radio play. I got to tell you, the whole One Direction craze has surpassed, and we love Justin Bieber, and he's on his next level, but One Direction has, I think, surpassed the craziness.
I think, some people think boy band's a bit of a bad word, but we're trying to do something different with it, make it our own sort of thing, so I suppose that's the kind of thing we're going for.
Oh my God, he's so cute!
It's fun, it's simple, and simple is not a bad thing. Simple is feel-good music, just stuff that people can relate to. You don't always have to be so deep in your musical, the way you write or the way you sing. You could just be simple and have fun. And I think that's what they're doing.
Here's our last song. We hope you guys all know the words to this, so I want to see you all singing along. This is What Makes You Beautiful. Stand up, get on your feet. Sing along, dance, whatever makes you happy. Here we go.
You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you. Sing it. Baby, you light up my world like nobody.
quite funny actually, because a lot of the people, like the US journalists, don't really know how we were put together. They all just assume that we've been together ages, which is quite funny to, you know, that we know we're getting it right then, because if they assume that, then we must be getting on well, and you know, it must be noticeable. You know, they're always like, how did you meet? Well, we met on X Factor. We didn't even know each other. It's just they get quite surprised at that. Because I was on X Factor in 2008, and that I'd been doing gigging and stuff for a long time. So this X Factor was kind of my last try at singing. And if I hadn't made singing, then I wanted to be a fireman. So I'd have probably been off being a fireman somewhere.
To be honest, I always had like, if I enjoyed something, I did all right at it. But there was a lot of subjects at school that I didn't enjoy that much. So I got into sixth form at school. I was going to hopefully get the A-levels. I honestly don't know if all have got them, because you have to really knuckle down, and to be honest, I wasn't doing enough work. I would have probably trained to be a drama teacher, I think, or some kind of teacher. The holidays kind of made me think it would be a good job, you know.
That's what makes you beautiful.
One Direction, everybody!
Paul, is the B12 guy here? Because my bum's ready. We're all like getting a little bit tired, so we're getting B12 vitamin things. So I'm getting an injection in my bum. Bit more energy, up the immune systems, we'll be all good. It's strange because like the tour obviously isn't that big. We've only done like 10 shows. But it's just the travelling in between, like you know, in the UK your biggest travel is like 4 hours, and here it's 14 hours, so, you know, it's a bit strange struggling to adapt, but, you know, we'll be all good. My dad's here for a few days, so he's going to come to the show tonight. I think Liam's parents are coming, and Niall's got some family over here as well.
Hi, my name's Des Styles. I'm Harry's dad. I think it's an advantage that there are 5 of them. You know, I think if this was one person on their own, at their age, would be extraordinarily difficult. But, of course, they're all careful all the time. If one of them gets a little bit too big for their boots, all the others are on them like a rash and, you know, don't becoming a diva and don't do this and don't do that. So I think they keep each other's feet on the ground as well as doing it for themselves, which is great.
Can I have more vocal, please? Just in here.
They're booked up for the next 2 years, and they seem to be virtually walking into America. I don't want to tempt fate, but I mean, it's as if it's the most difficult place to crack, and absolutely brilliant for them.
Can you play the second verse, please?
I've been to New York quite a few times, but I've never done Radio City Music Hall. I've heard a lot about it, and when I heard the boys were playing there, I thought, well, I can't miss that.
More vocal or less guitar?
I walked past it this morning between my hotel and Harry's hotel, and they had all the doors open with security guards on the doors, great big trucks outside unloading all the gear for Big Time Rush as well. And just looked inside, and it's just awesome. It's just different, you know, just a fantastic shape to the place and everything. I'm sure the sound will be fantastic. All right, One Direction, let's go. Hold on, let's go.
I'm Mackenzie, I'm 15, and I'm from Connecticut, and I learned about One Direction from this website called Tumblr. Tumblr! We know everything about them. Liam hates spoons!
We had the advantage of like Twitter and YouTube, and I think that just goes to show how powerful the internet is nowadays, because like literally people shouldn't know who we are over here at all, and we've got like a little bit of a following because of the internet.
When we first started going to LA, you know, there was only 20, 30 fans at the airport, and we could handle it. So every time we come now, it's, or especially this time, you know, it's starting to get a little bit crazier, and they're coming in their hundreds now. So the word's spreading.
We try and stay close to our fans because they give a lot of time up to us, so it's only fair that we give the same amount of time back. And it's really nice that you can be that close to fans, because I mean, like when I was younger, I couldn't really speak to any of the people I thought were like massive celebrities. Like, it wasn't out then, and now you can speak to anybody you want to. You can get in contact with them, ask them a question or whatever. So it's really good, and a lot of people have found out from Tumblr as well over here. You hear that a lot of people found out on there, and yeah, it's amazing that people kind of just take an interest in what we're doing.
Like, you see like quite a few names on Twitter and I'm from America, but until you're actually here and you see it firsthand, it's, it doesn't really become real until you see it.
I'm saying this to every single One Direction member. Will you please come to my Sweet 16? If you want to know the date and time and all that, you can tweet me at
We're like obsessed with you, no joke, we've been obsessed with you ever since you got off the X
Styles,
Factor.
marry me.
Yeah, like all of you marry me, I love you all, I don't have a favorite, you all
such a warm welcome. Us being over here doing shows is the first time we've done any shows in the US. I want to say that you guys are wow!
It was absolutely perfect. I was like freaking out. My throat's bleeding. I like taste blood. It was so good. We were crying. We were all crying. Like on the car right here, we were just so excited. Like we're breathing like the same air as them. I love you, Zayn. I love you, Zayn. I love you all so much. We just don't think that they're real. So like when we see them up on the stage, we're like they're not real. I love you. I love you. Niall, I love you with all my heart. Okay? I love you so much. You said you loved me at a signing, and it was the best moment of my life, and you don't remember it, and I love it. Amazing experience of my entire life. Nothing will ever top that. Most amazing experience of my entire life. Niall, will you marry me? I love One Direction. That's more too. I marry you, Niall. Oh my God. You're listening to a One Direction special on BBC Radio 1.
This is Scott Mills, and you're listening to the story of One Direction in America on BBC Radio 1. Enjoying the show? Let us know about it. Tweet us at BBCR1 and make sure you use the hashtag Radio One Direction. Monday the 12th of March, New York City, and the boys have some time off American style, including a spot of bowling.
We broke one of the lanes.
They threw the bowling ball too hard and the shutter came down, you know, where to pick the pins up.
We got a bit bored, so we're bowling like 3 balls at a time and kind of broke it.
That's the thing that picks the pins back up.
The guy had to come out with a screwdriver and everything.
The guys were obviously throwing the balls with a bit of force.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing, me. I was just laughing. It was so funny.
Pizza here.
She could probably take the next one. God, my pizzas are taking up a lot of space. Sorry, guys.
So we just had some pizza and stuff just to chill out. What day is it? It's Monday today, isn't it? If I sound tired, it's because we got up this morning at 5 o'clock to, there's Harry making weird noises. We got up at 5 o'clock to go and do the Today Show, which was absolutely incredible.
So we had an inkling that this morning's concert was going to be a pretty big draw, and boy, were we right. Let's not keep their fans waiting any longer, making their national television debut. Ladies and gentlemen, One Direction.
We entered the Today Show on an open-top big red bus with One Direction on the side, but it was really nice because there was a lot more fans behind the stage than what there were in front as well, so it's nice, you know. The guys from the Today Show said that it was even with Lady Gaga's crowd, which for us is mental because, you know, we're just starting off and she'd been around a little bit when she did that, so it's mental.
Good morning, guys. It's great to have you here. Are you tired of all the adulation yet? Absolutely. No? Okay, then what do you like best about American Girls?
They're very, very loud.
My name's Christopher O'Reilly. I'm doing the grooming for One Direction's first big US tour. They're constantly on camera and they've got loads of TV appearances mixed in with signings. So they have to look camera ready for the TV. You've got to be ready for anything. For example, Louis spills pizza down his top and he's there like scrubbing it off. He legged it into the toilet to start scrubbing himself down, and I legged it to get the hairdryer just to dry him off quickly, because obviously there's loads of paparazzi and cameras, so he cannot walk out with a load of pizza down his top. On my way back in, obviously they think I'm a hysterical fan, so it's really hard to actually move about because there's always big security guards sort of trying to stop you from getting in, thinking that you're a crazy fan. You know, they're messy eaters as well.
Oh, thank you very much. My wife.
It's Liam. We're at J&R store doing an in-store sign-in for 1,500 fans, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Toilets, boys, do not come in this window.
Alright, Bru. Can I have a quick picture, please, boys?
Don't go near the window.
Just here, just in front.
I'm Preston Mahan from the security team, All-Star Security. Work for One Direction. We couldn't let the boys go near the window because there's over 2,000 fans on the far side of the road. If they had seen them, they would just run across the road, traffic or not traffic. they're crazy. Always about the safety of the fans, and that's what the boys specify as well. Always. We have to be lucky all the time. Somebody just has to be lucky once.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to J&R Music World, One Direction. I work for J&R Music World, and it feels like it's the second coming of the Beatles, with this long line of girls going around City Hall Park. Across the street, all the way around to the other side of Broadway, going north past City Hall.
I think the comparisons to the Beatles are, I think, for us to kind of get that kind of comparison is just, I'm a huge fan of the Beatles, so to get that is like unbelievable. And I think most of the time we just disregard it because it's just kind of ridiculous. We watched a documentary of the Beatles' first trip to the US the other day, and I think loads of the footage was just them like messing around in hotel rooms, which is like exactly the same as what we do. So we are quite similar to them in that way, in terms of like just messing around the whole time.
It was really strange to watch actually, because the fans just look the same when they came off that the plane, and there was like a boat and there was just full of fans. It was crazy. Like when we come off on the bus out to the Today Show, there were so many fans everywhere. It was incredible, and I've never ever seen anything like that. We all said it was a bit like a film, and it was a bit like watching the Beatles. It was mad.
I've been waiting since 11.
We love them so much.
We just have on our hats One Direction, and on the other side, on what she has is their names in words that describe them. We have phenomenal, amazing, extraordinary, brilliant, and fabulous.
We get a chance when we do these signings to actually sit down and meet the fans, and the thing is, I always think these signings are so important, and that's why you've always got to be on your game at the signings, because these people, some of them might have been following One Direction a couple of months and they thought they'd come down to the signing, but some of them said that they've been following the band ever since the X Factor. So, they've got an idea in their head of how they want you to be, and, you to be really nice, and if you were really tired and grouchy, they're going to go home disappointed, so you've got to be on your game at all times, really.
This is like life, man. Tomorrow does not.
You're sexy. Will you marry me? Yes!
I just had a conversation with Zane.
It's Niall here. We're just finished another big signing here in New York, and my cousins came along. They live here in New York, and they came along. Now they're sitting at the desk that we just signed from.
We've had a very, very long day today. Started at 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning to 8:30, that's a very long day for us. We just finished a signing for 1,500 kids. They bought loads of albums. There was a row of 3 people who actually bought 10 albums each. So we sold 30 albums in 3 people, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, there's a fair few people you recognise when they come down. There was a guy with a hat made out of Crayola crayons, sellotape and a potato on top. So, he's very recognisable. So we see him all the time.
My name is Mary Beth Bajiro, and I'm a One Direction mom, and my daughter has been following you guys since the beginning. Here's the One Direction pop.
Yeah, I drove up to Albany with girlfriend's father, myself, and we slept over and we took him to the concert.
3 hours away. 3 hours, and we took him
3.5 hours.
Yes,
The girls were going crazy. I mean, for a group that's really unheard of, they're exploding.
Here we go, girls. What do you have to say to the One Direction?
I've kind of been camping out. When they came Friday, my friend and I got a chance to skip school. So we went to, at first we were around Soho because we were told they're staying in the Trump Soho, but then we found out they were staying in the London by this very nice woman that we found. So then we were in the London for about 2 hours, and then we realized they were at Z100. So we tried to go to Z100, but we took a cab and it stopped us 2 miles away from where we actually needed to be. So then we decided to go home. And then the next day we woke up at like 7 in the morning to go to the hotel. And once we got there, these girls, I think they were big time Rush fans mainly, and they told us that they moved to the Trump Soho. So then we were sitting in a Starbucks across the street from the Trump Soho for a good 4 hours, and then we realized that they were actually at the London. So my friend Kira and my friend Anna, they were here earlier, and then my friend Tessa and I, we took a cab back up to the London. We stayed there for maybe 12 minutes, and then we realized, okay, they're gone. And then we went around, we got food, and then we just like hanging out. And then we were in the Nintendo store playing a very hardcore game, a Mario Kart. And it turns out they were actually handing out snacks to the fans, and we didn't notice. And as we were walking out, we saw two big SUV vans leaving and girls screaming and crying. And we're just like, okay, what did we miss?
Who drummed? Be honest. Who did it? Seriously. I want to know. How do we instruct?
Boys.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Well done,
You worked
guys.
so hard.
Well done,
Well
done, boys. I won a race. Well done, boys. Well done, definitely well done, lads.
You guys Arsenal score?
Tony Rose 3.
Huh?
Newcastle Arsenal now.
I slept on your doorstep, begging for one chance.
Yeah, even bigger day tomorrow, which is going to be hard to top today considering what we started off with. But yeah, even bigger day tomorrow, probably the most exciting day so far. So it's the album release date, you flunker. Yeah, it's the US album release date tomorrow, so we're well excited and just anticipating what the outcome's going to be really. And we've been told that we're going to be at number 7 already off pre-orders, which is massive. I think me and Niall might do a little Twit Camp for the fans tonight, try and get some interest, and then see what happens.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think I am? You only love to see me breaking. You only want me 'cause I'm taken. You don't really want my heart. No, you just like to know you care.
This is Harry, and it's Tuesday the 13th of March. We're in New York City, and we're just in the hotel getting ready to go out. We've got a bit of filming to do, and then we've got a signing later on. And today's the day that our album is released in the US. So, big day for us. Today we got a bit more of a lie-in. I only had to get up at 11:30, which was a nice thought as I went to sleep. Until I got woken up at 7 in the morning by a drill, working on the building, which was, really cool. I'm loving New York a little bit less this morning.
Liam, that looks good what you're wearing.
What, the white shirt? For me, we've come quite a long way since we first landed here doing the recording, when we only had 40 fans come to the hotel, but they were there every single day, and from all over America, like Mexico as well. I feel like we're doing well in America. I wouldn't say that I feel like we're breaking America. I think it's going well so far, and that's all we've hoped for this early on, and we just have to see what happens. I mean, I think we're number 1 and number 2 on iTunes today as well, somebody told me. Is that right at the moment? So, those sort of things you just can't believe, and you just kind of hope for the best. We're just enjoying ourselves, having a good time, and, people are enjoying what we're doing. We couldn't really ask for any more.
It's Louis, and currently having my hair done. The album currently sits at number 1 and 2 in America, and can't quite believe it, to be honest. I was looking last night. I think at about 11:30 I had a look, and it was I think it was at number 11. And then when it got through to the next day, which is obviously the day of our release, which is today, and it went number 1, the deluxe edition, and then the standard album number 2, and it's quite surreal, really. I can't really believe it. We didn't even get a number 1 in the UK, so let's just hope that it stays out there. But the thing is, it's such a long way to go now. The first day you look at it like this, and we have to keep our feet on the ground, and we can't say, oh, we've broken America, or we've done this and we've done that, because we just got to keep working harder, because it's the thing with boy bands, they've got to keep the longevity, and keep working hard and making things interesting.
It's Niall here. When I auditioned for the X Factor, Katy Perry was the guest judge, and she was the last judge to put me through. And when she put me through, she said, "Okay, don't let me down." And I said, "I won't." And then she tweeted me last night saying, because she seen that before the album came out, it was number 1 and 2 on the album charts in pre-orders. And she tweeted me saying, "Congratulations, you didn't let me down." I went crazy, left her, not very often do you get a tweet from Katy Perry, so I was a bit excited about it.
Right, Ruby, we need to get them all moving.
All right.
So
We need Kaza there first.
I'm going to get her down.
We'll wait for you downstairs.
Hello, my name is Paul Higgins, and I'm the tour manager / security for One Direction. I'm kind of like the daddy, the road daddy, and for all of them. So sometimes I have to be a little bit strict with them,
So guys, it's just photographs, okay?
Nice and easy, nice and easy. Well, most days start with grooming in the morning time, and that normally takes about 25 to a half an hour per person. So pretty early starts for every one of the boys. Obviously, they're all dealing with jet lag as well, which doesn't help, and very long days. Like our day yesterday was 20 hours. If we check into a hotel, if we get spotted by one kid checking into a hotel, it started off when we checked into New York, into the hotel. There was 2 kids that spotted them. Yesterday we had 500 kids outside. We had to get police escorts, we had to get NYPD just to get us into our hotel. We don't really get to spend more than 2 or 3 days in the hotel because we have to move out then, because it's just becomes, hotels love us because we fill their hotel, and then they hate us because then they have no hotel because it's just taken over by fans, you know.
On each side of the stage. 4 guards.
I'm excited for the boys because, you know, this is their dream, and, you know, I'm a part of that dream, and you know, yeah, no, it's a pleasure to work with them. They're good kids, and they deserve everything that they're getting, you know.
So it's Liam, we've just finished recording the Nickelodeon stuff for the promo and that. We've just came out of a restaurant in a place called Nyack, which is just outside New York. Well, it's just inside New York, actually, isn't it? Don't worry about the geography, I'm not very good at that. Anyway, we just came outside this restaurant, and this guy was like, hey man, I saw you yesterday on the TV on the Today Show. So we saw you singing, you guys are great. So it just shows you how big that show actually is, that, you know, he's come out and he's recognised us, saw us singing. The boys just down there now, down the street talking to him. So yeah, it's quite mad.
Man, dude, I just told my girlfriend, she goes, I saw them on TV too yesterday. She goes, they're not in front of you. So I go, yeah, they are. They're right here. Can you take a picture with me?
I can.
How's it going, man?
Guys, we're quickly going to do a picture.
All right.
Nice. One more.
Cool. One more? Okay.
Nice. Hey, guys. Thank you.
See you later, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Have a good day. You guys were really good.
So here we are. We're at the Palisades Mall, and we're in New Jersey. We're going to do, this is like the biggest signing we're going to do this week. There's a lot of people that didn't get to the ones in New York that are coming out here. Today's album release day, so we try and get as many albums out as we can. We're number 1 and 2 on iTunes at the moment. Hello, girls.
Hello, the girls. Hello. In a bit, love.
If I'm allowed to let you wear it.
Everybody squeeze on in a little bit, because otherwise...
Yeah, so we're just walking through the mall underground, actually. You get to see a lot of different places when you do this, like kitchens and stuff. But yeah, we're going to walk out into the open, to the signing in a minute. It's going to be very loud. It's very quiet at the moment, nice and peaceful.
You stinky in there, it was.
Will I have everyone else now outside? I need the 5 boys and everyone else is getting into position.
School. Yeah. We don't know what we would do without them. We really don't. We don't. We love them so much.
They're good to us. They're like the new Jonas Brothers.
They're bigger than the Jonas Brothers.
Bigger than the Jonas Brothers.
We have like One Direction infection. It's crazy.
No, they're actually the best thing to ever come to America.
And they're British, and Irish. Who doesn't love British and Irish people?
Because right in the middle of this, there's a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, and a lot of crying. But it's all for the girls, all for my daughters. I've gone through the Jonas Brothers, now I've gone through the One Direction, so we'll see what they enjoy next, whatever they want.
My favorite song is Moments by them. A lot of fans will agree, for me it just has a special meaning and it describes me well, so We both have the same favorite song.
Our favorite song is Moments.
Because it's more like down to earth,
And it shows
it's not
off all their voices.
Yeah, it shows off everyone's voices, and it's not like totally all up there and poppy. It's more like it like sings to your heart.
If we could only have this life for one more day. If we could only turn back time. You know I'll be your life, your voice, your reason to be. My love, my heart is breathing for this.
This is Scott Mills, and you're listening to the story of One Direction in America on BBC Radio 1. Enjoying the show? Let us know about it. Tweet us at BBCR1 and make sure you use the hashtag Radio One Direction. Wednesday the 14th of March, and it's our last day with the One Direction boys on tour in America.
He's filming as well as...
You want one? Hey, it's Liam. We're just heading back on the way from Z100, which is the biggest radio station in America, so we've heard. So quite exciting that they've invited us down for an interview and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good interview. We talked about the album, what makes us different from other bands and stuff like that. So yeah, just trying to, get people to understand us a little bit better all across America.
The album came out here on Tuesday, yesterday. All the promo build up to it, it was tough. We did a lot of signings, and we tried to visit as many radio stations in different states as possible.
The signings have been really good, actually. The fans turning out with like banners and presents and coming out like whatever time and stuff has been great. And the girl who was there yesterday actually fainted. She touched Zayn's hand and just like completely blacked out on the floor. I guess like the signings and stuff are fun, but like when something like that happens, it's a bit, it's a little bit like worrying. It's not like the nicest part of the job, because obviously you kind of have to carry on going, and you're still kind of worrying about the girl who's laid on the floor behind you type thing.
It is strange because you only see people fainting like when you see the Beatles, or you see like big iconic stars like Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson, so for us to kind of get that reception is a little bit strange, but also it is a bit cool. You touch a girl, she faints. That's pretty cool.
We've had a lot of people tell us that there's a possibility, even the slightest possibility, of getting number one. But as soon as I heard that, for me it was like, we have to get number one now. As soon as we know something's possible, for me, I have to get the best. So, even if we got number two, I'd be ecstatic, but I'd still be thinking, we should have got number one. So it's incredible. We can't believe that, it's got to this sort of level now from us just making that one record in the UK, and now, our albums, for number one in the US. It's amazing.
Get out of here.
And that was where we bid farewell to One Direction. The end of another long day in New York, waiting to find out if they were going to be the first British group ever to have a debut number one album in America. A week later, and the news was in. They'd done it.
Newsbeat. One Direction have made chart history in the US. They've become the first British group to top the American Billboard chart with their debut album, Up All Night.
BBC Radio 1.
I spoke to Liam live on my show on Radio 1 to find out how the band were taking the news.
Hello, Scott.
It's your voice. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. Feeling really good, really excited. It's a bit of a mental day today.
Yeah, we need to say a massive congratulations to you and the boys, because look at that, the first British group to have a debut number one in America. That is incredible.
I know, we never really expected anything like this. We thought we might release a record in the UK and do something there, but, to be out here in America releasing our album and stuff, and for it to go number one, and for us to make some history as well, some One Direction history and some music industry history is amazing.
Obviously, every boy band would like to break America, and that is happening for you. But it's quite a hard balancing act you've got at the moment, because obviously your really original fans are here. Do you feel that there's a lot of fans in the UK that are a bit jealous of the US fans at the moment, with you doing all the sign-ins and all the radio stations over there?
Yeah, I think, we obviously we miss home a lot. We want to come back and see all the UK fans and stuff. But we, at the same time, we've got to try to achieve our dreams and stuff and whatever else. And I know that they realise that as well. They just miss us a little bit.
Can you just say that us UK fans are the best, though?
Yeah, for definite UK fans are the best. Hands down. Yeah, but like I said from the start, they were there. They got us to where we are today. And, although they think sometimes we forget that, we don't. We know exactly who started this off for us and stuff. And we'll be back in the UK very soon doing our arena tour and stuff, and they're the first people who get to see it, and that's the reason why, because they are the best.
When are you coming back? Do you know? Is it going to be weeks, months, what?
I don't know. We're doing a tour in Australia as well, so we're out there for a little bit.
Oh, you are, right?
Yes.
All right, listen, the best of luck, and it's really good to speak to you. Come back soon.
Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
Okay, if you know the words to this next song, please sing along.
Where can One Direction possibly go from here?
We always say it's hard to kind of see what you're doing in 2-3 years, but we can't really see ourselves doing anything other than this right now.
And we love them so much. Louis Tomlinson, if you want to go to prom with me, please contact me. I love you, Zane. I love you all so much.
I mean, you can't really tell what the future holds, really. I mean, we try not to look that far ahead and just kind of enjoy what we're doing at the moment. And we always say that we can't really imagine, us falling apart as a group. I don't think that'll ever happen. There could come a time towards the end of it, many, many years from now, where we just say, all right, that's it for the band now. It's done. It's had its run its course, sort of thing. But that is a long, long, long way off, hopefully.
I fainted 3 times.
She fainted on me.
Sorry.
And they make me turn British. I don't know what to do about it.
That's a permanent British accent now.
I honestly have a British accent now, and I don't know what to do.
It's so hard to predict. So hard because, this industry moves so quick, and you might have a lot of hype, but you've got to back it up with record sales. So it's really, really important for us to, knuckle down in the studio at the end of this year and make sure we get out another great album, because no band can live off one album. So we need to, come back with an album as good, if not better.
Come back soon, we'll make you pizza. We'll bring you home, we'll make you pasta. Whatever you want, okay?
We have a great opportunity at the moment, and we're just going to take it and see what happens, really.